This is Linux Air Combat version 7.65 from late July of 2019, and we are seeing one of our regular Thursday evening battles.
I get all distracted. I've been flying with my flaps down.
These have become kind of a regular event in the LAC community. I'm adding some audio commentary to this clip as an after-action addition to help you understand the unusual context of this fight. I began it flying in this P-38 as you see versus Chief, who is one of our regular flyers. But in a few minutes, I actually got distracted with the arrival of Blake, one of our other players who came into my lab, and then I turned the computer over to him without saying anything. So he actually finishes this fight. I'll try to illustrate when that happens here in the audio commentary. I'm in a Lockheed P-38L Lightning. Chief is in a Zero, and as you can see, he's above me now. His altitude is right now over 1,000 feet above me, or about 1,000 feet above me. And so I've got war emergency power running. I'm burning through my fuel really fast as I'm trying to climb up to his altitude. And of course, he's climbing too. So it's kind of a my engine trying to overpower your engine kind of a battle right now. Right now I'm keeping my distance from him because he's still above me. But here it looks like I've just now overcome his altitude advantage. So I'm turning toward him, and fairly soon comes the event where I walked away from this and let Blake take over. So I make a couple of passes here. I missed him that pass, so I can't see any obvious evidence of a hit. So here I am again, trying to keep the fight in the vertical, which is the only way a P-38 can really have a chance against the Zeke. If the P-38 tries to do flat turning against the Zeke, the P-38 just dies. So there's another pass where I had an advantage. Again, I'm trying to stay above him. I'm flying straight up now, looking through the top of my cockpit. And then when I get comfortably above him, I'll dive on him again and try to make repeated slashes from above. That one didn't work out so well. I think this might be the point where I walked away from the computer and turned it over to Blake so that he could take over this fight. Blake is a young guy. He's very aggressive. And you can see his fighting style is quite different from mine. He doesn't mind some flat turning.
Adam entered channel.
So he does know about vertical fighting, but he's also aggressive enough to do some flat turning.
Blake just joined us.
Now my voice at this point is coming from another computer. I walked over to another machine and was flying the computer known as Adams. I was far enough away from this particular fight that I wasn't watching it. I was just kind of trying to talk to the players and keep things going. So this is Blake in the P-38. You're seeing this from Blake's perspective as he heads toward Chief. And there they did a head-on pass, and Blake got a little bit of damage on Chief there.
That Morse code is coming from the replay box.
Blake picking up some altitude, but not coasting at the crest of his climb. More aggressive coming out around on Chief. It's like looking at the radar, I can see Chief is to Blake's left, and Blake is in a hard left turn trying to pull around on him, but he probably can't do it because that Zero is just such a good turner. So Blake's looking around behind him. You can see him there off his left wing. Blake's got to come up with another trick or Chief will eat him alive. Blake is pulling as hard as he can. You can see they're riding the edge of a blackout.
Now, if you want to talk to me, you have to do a team cast.
Here
That's normally mapped to F2.
Okay. Blake just took some damage.
Mapped, according to our standard.
Chief will eat Blake alive here unless Blake does something.
To my channel. You
so Blake's
switch
going
to the
vertical.
routine channel and talk to me with F1.
Again, Blake trying to escape from Chief in hard, flat turns. It's a hard thing. Blake is losing his speed, but he's a good pilot and he's aggressive. But right now, Chief is prevailing. He's just getting on him. Blake can't outturn him.
Is anybody hearing my audio?
Chief thinks he's flying against me. He doesn't know he's flying against Blake here. although Chief may have noticed a different fighting style. Here's Blake going vertical. There, Blake's coasting up, trying to get some altitude above him, and it's working. Look, now Blake is now 500 feet, 600 feet above Chief. And that will give Blake a little bit of advantage. Now Blake can dive on him with a safer approach, and that's what he's trying now. Although that's hard too, because you pick up so darn much speed when you're going straight down, it's hard to keep control of your airplane. But there, Blake now lined up. That is working. There, Blake hit Chief very hard in that pass. That was smart. Blake again used the vertical, and picked up some energy on him, and hit him from above. This time now, Chief is trying to fly into the sun to hide in the sunshine. Blake takes some blind shots and got him. He didn't see the explosion because Chief was hiding in the sunshine, but that's how that's done.